Hi, this is David Cameron Gikandi and I'm very happy that you're here. In this video, I'd like us to talk about how you can build a strength or passion-based online home business, an internet business of your own that is built around what you're passionate about, what you're strong at. I'd like us to look at three key points that underpin this whole process. The key point number one is that everybody has strengths and passions. Everybody does. Doesn't matter who you are, you have certain strengths and passions. The key point number two is that you can monetize those strengths and passions if you follow certain formulas. In other words, if you do the right things, and there are just a few right things to be done, you can earn quite a bit of money, or sometimes quite a lot of money, online by leveraging your strengths and your passions, and we'll look at how. Third key point, the revenue potential for doing what we're about to look at is 4 to 5 figure US dollars monthly, and it's quite easy to achieve that. Now that you can earn anything from $1,000 to $10,000, and some people a whole lot more than that every month, quite easily. So you can pretty much get a full-time income doing this. Okay, so let's get into key point number one. We say that everybody has their own strengths and passions. Now, the most important thing to know about this is that, in particular, we each have a unique approach to those strengths and passions. An approach that is very, very unique to ourselves. And very many people would love to know how you do it your way. For example, let's take an example of pet training how to train dogs. If you're a dog lover, you might know how to train dogs. Somebody else might know how to train their pet dog or something, but the way you do it is very unique to you. And if you think about it, sometimes when you meet friends with common interests, let's say you're out and about, or you're having a picnic, or you're just going to visit a friend, or you're out at a party, and you meet somebody who's got the same kind of interests as you do, you'll end up asking each other, so how do you do it? And you'll be very interested in knowing how they do it, and then they'll ask you how you do it, and from there you grow, and that's the kind of stuff that people are after. Right, now let's look at examples of strengths and passions. I've grouped them into categories, a few categories here, and let's look at a few of these categories, such as you can have career-based strengths and passions. For example, some people are very good at how to rise up the corporate ladder. Some people have some other skill or strength, for example, in human resources, sales, marketing, governance, and so on and so forth. So these are examples of strengths in career-based areas. They could be thrill-based strengths. For example, mountaineering, mountain biking, travel, and etc. Personal development based, such as religion, self-help, and spirituality. You could have relationship-based strengths, such as romance, relationships, sex, picking up girls. Now, reason why I'm throwing in some of these random kind of examples is because I want you to think outside the box. When it comes to the internet, don't just think of strengths in terms of careers or things like that. Think about the cool things that your friends admire you for. And I'd like us to look at one example, doubleyourdating.com. This is an interesting website started by this fella here, actually called Eben Pagan, but on this website he goes by the name David D'Angelo. I've kind of followed his career for quite a few years, just every now and having a look at what he's doing, and this website has really evolved, so it looks a whole lot more professional now, and it's got a whole lot more products. But before, he pretty much had the one ebook, and it's very interesting because all he did was to pretty much interview people who felt they were good at talking to girls, and he also compiled a bit of information from other resources such as books, and that was something he was interested in back a few years ago. Now I think he's doing a whole lot of other businesses, but back then this was a passion. So as you can see, it's it's ebook, and then there's probably some DVD courses and interview with dating gurus, and it looks very professional now. But trust me, before, it's not that it looked bad, but it was it was a typical website such as this one. See that? And we'll get into that real quick. So I just want to show you that when we're talking about online businesses here, You don't have to think of something so sophisticated such as shipping medical equipment from your garage or something. It could just be anything related to whatever you're interested in, okay? So, and trust me, this website brings them six-figure incomes every few months, if it's not every month. I'm not sure. I can't remember the numbers because I once saw them a couple of years ago, but it's a very successful website. And look at this one, for example. This guy is teaching people how to train their dogs, and see, that's an example of a, another passion or another strength turned into a business. And see, so anyways, let's see how much this product is. Sure, it's a set of ebooks and some videos or something, I suppose. So it's $37, is it? Yeah, $37 dollars. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Now I want to get out of here. So let's see. $37. Okay. We said it was $37. Sorry, I need to get the screen back up here. $37. If let's say, for example, he sells one ebook per day, so times 30 days in a month, that'll be $1,110. How do you get to sell one ebook a day? Imagine if you're getting 100 people coming to your website per day and only 1%, only one of them buys, then you get this. If 3% buy and you're only getting 100 visitors a day, then you actually end up earning that much, $3,000 a month. So as you can see, these businesses are very interesting. They're quite easy to build, and of course there's a process to it, but I just want to go through it real quick. So again, we said we're back to examples of strengths and passions. Health-based, such as sports, food and nutrition. If you're really good at sports or if you're good at food and nutrition, you can do that. Lifestyle-based strengths, such as how to work from home. Some people are great at that, and a lot of people wonder, how can I work from home? Actually, I think about 6 million people every month type into Google work from home, and that's just in English, and that's only in Google. So you can think about how many others search for the same thing in other languages and other search engines. It must be a lot. And then you have the 4-Hour Workweek. That's Tim Ferriss, who built quite a big, again, professional-looking website, but you can get this done. It's quite easy. But basically, he's turned his passion for I'm sure you've seen this book. I mean, it's quite popular. Just want to show you an example of a passion turned into a business through the power of the internet. It's amazing. Fun and entertainment-based strengths. For example, throwing kids' parties. If you're good at throwing parties for your kids, I have seen people do business online with a blog with a lot of articles and links to products for kids' parties, because a lot of parents Google kids' parties every single day. So if you're good at that, that's another place where you can have an internet business based on that strength. So as you can see, you got to think outside the box here. I don't want you to start thinking in very conventional terms. Pet-based strengths, such as how to train your pets, dogs, cats, maybe parenting, for example, and etc. There's quite a lot. So those are examples. Key point number 2, you can monetize those strengths and passions if you follow certain formulas.